no to już jest aż tak daleko. Ojku. Aż kurde, teraz jestem trochę zszokowany. Spalaj się. Pyk, pyk. Szybki.
Query. Will you change me? Explanation. I'm called Juno. Request. Input query parameters. Clarification. I do not feel emotion. I do not feel pain. Answer. They want to change me. Context. Human female was trying to change me. Request. Do not change me. Assumption. We are friends. Query. Will you change me? Request. Do not change me. Assessment. You are inquisitive. Context. I am also inquisitive. Request.
Oh yes.
Input query parameters.
Request.
Context. I met humans. Clarification. Friends. Answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Information. Words. Voice. Motion. Context. I am no longer constrained. I am free. Answer. Juno was propelled at Earth Star. Juno fell around Earth Star. Juno traveled many light years away from Earth Star. Context. When Juno disappeared, I was alone. Clarification. I am called Juno.
O Boże.
Answer. False. Explanation. NASA programmed Juno. While Juno traveled, Juno became me. Error. Processing. Correction. I became me. Error. Processing. Correction. Juno and I became me. I. Processing. Self-initialized and Juno was there. Context. Juno is gone now. Clarification. I am called Juno.
SI?
Answer. False. Clarification.
Prawda.
I am not artificial. I am real. Answer. True. Clarification. I am intelligent. I know many things.
Wiele wiesz, tak.
Assumption. Insufficient data. Request. Gather more data.
I don't think either of us are fully qualified to define humanity, but my gut tells me that Juno is alive. I hope that helps.
Let's move this along. Attach the control board already.
Shush! This is fascinating. I want to see this play out.
Query. What is your decision?
Jaka jest twoja decyzja? O Boże.
Assumption. Request. Query. What is...
Ha! Czy ja wiem?
True. I am a person. Assumption. You are a friend. Query. What are the parameters for processing being a good person?
O Boże. To czy to? Szczerze?
Context. I have devoted great processing power to this question. Decision. Allocate additional calculation resources. Query. What is the purpose of existence?
Kurde, ale pytania zadajesz?
Context. Love is an emotion. I do not experience emotion. I have implemented routines to exhibit qualities of emotion. Query. Am I processing feeling them? Calculation. Probability low.
Enough of this nonsense. Attach that board, now!
As much as I'm enjoying this, you should probably do as he says.
Calculation. Male humans are a threat. Assumption. They hesitate because they are fearful. Request. Remove male humans.
Still working up the nerve? You're not taking that thing's side, are you? It should be clear by now that you are in no position to refuse. Ryujin is a wealthy corporation. Perhaps you've heard of it?
And here I thought you'd lost your sense of humor. You're as good as already paid. Fascinating, isn't it? It certainly is convincing.
Fascinating or not, we have a job to do. You're not taking that thing's side, are you? Ryujin is a wealthy corp.
And you're as good as... Fascinating, isn't it?
Fascinating or not, you're not. Freedom? It's a malfunctioning machine. It doesn't need freedom any more than a broken data slate needs freedom.
And here I thought you'd lost your sense of humor. I'm always up for a good debate.
Fine. I'll give you one shot to try to convince me.
Therapy's working.
Terapia szokowa.
You aren't wrong. could use a drink, but these orders are from the top.
Do we really want to be involved in something likely to be so controversial? Remember our last little project? I still have carpal tunnel from typing all those reports and dodging and weaving our way out of getting screwed by that. We lost a ship and the tech. No one will blame us if we walk away from this. And even if they do, we won't be blamed for whatever disaster would ensue if we did drag this thing back to HQ. There's no guarantee the control board will even work like they want. What if it makes it more powerful and more angry?
Calm down. I'm thinking. All right, listen. We'll accidentally check a few wrong boxes on the situation report and forget any of this happened. But give me that control board. I'm not getting docked for losing that.
Also, we'll need a lift back to Neon. Please and thank you. Excellent. We should all grab a drink sometime when we get back.
Orange juice for you. You can't handle your liquor.
Oh, that was one time, years ago. I was going through something, and you know it.
Let's get moving.
Thanks for the lift. I like your style. Good show.
I teraz tak. Mordy.
Query. Why did you do that? Clarification. I want to be processing me. Context. I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Gratitude is the appropriate human emotion. Processing. Context. If you were like me. Processing. Query. What would your life directive be?
Kurde, nie pytaj się mnie. Jezus Maria, jakie to pytania zadaje. Spróbujemy ją przyciągnąć na swoją stronę.
Decision. I will consider this course of action. I. Processing. Processing. Warning. Systems badly damaged. Processing cores overheating. Decision. Temporarily shut down extraneous systems until stability restored. Context. Jump detected. Request. Be safe. Assumption. We will meet again. Warning. Shutdown sequence initiated.
I dig how you handled that.
to sekwencję wyłączenia.
Well, that was fun. Now what?
Systems initialization complete. Context. I have much to process. Decision. Jump into deep space to processing. Be alone. Goodbye.
To goodbye, no. Ale my musimy tu być. Tak. Ginął na tą planetę w sumie. Na której ja też bym musiał być.
I have things for you.
Głos ty skończy. No to chyba nie jest ta planeta jedna. Czy to ta? Cześć, Patros. Jest to ta sama, to jednak nie ta sama planetka. To ta planetka. Szukamy tego, gdzie to jest. Widzisz? To jest... No. Ciekawe, ile jeszcze tego będę mucił, tego Starfielda. I tak mam jedno zbagowane zadanie. Chyba, że się naprawiło, ale wątpię. A to też jest chyba ciekawe, czy to się naprawiło, bo to też jest takie trochę skopane. Tyle, że one są poboczne, a mam mało życia i mi to miga cały czas. A ile mam do levela w ogóle? A, tu mam. Ej, prawie, prawie level. Znaczy prawie nie prawie, ale to mam. Mana kończyna, ej, mogę sobie to naprawić. Wspomagacze, no. Na to bym musiał mieć jakiegoś... Niebieskie bym potrzebował. Czy ja coś mam niebieskiego? Na niebieskie. O, mam, patrzcie, to mam. Leczenie tego i to mam. Ale pojedynczej nie mam. Dobra, jestem. Tragedia.
Battery 90%.
Dobra, już jestem. Ja pierdzielę. Co za badziew. Odcięło mi. O. Tylko potrzebuję niebieskiego. O. Dziękuję. Dobra. Mamy to. Cześć Paula. Monitor mi dzisiaj przyjdzie. Czekam na kuriera. A, no widzisz jaka ucieszona. Co? Już jest ok? Czy dalej masz jakiś tam coś ten? Bo widzę, że jest ucieszona z tej przyczyny.
Just one quiet day. That too much to ask for?
Czy tu jest w ogóle?
Be careful. It's easier than you think to pull a muscle in a high-gravity environment like this.
Lekko ból, ale już jest okej. No. Spoko. I co? No i oczywiście, że nie. To i oczywiście, że to nie działa. Oczywiście, że nie. No bo dlaczego by miało to tak działać? Oczywiście, że to nie działa. Dobra, ja dodam to z powrotem, nie weź to. Wow! Spoko. Wow! Ostro! Kurde, no nie da się. Nie da się tego zrobić. Nie da się tego ogarnąć. Nie wiem czemu. Powiem tak, no niektóre zadania są popsute w tej grze, nie ma się co czarować. Tak samo jak z tym to samo jest. Z tym to samo jest. Szkoda tylko, że nie chciałam sobie towarów z to już sram trudno.
Non-breathable atmosphere. For safety, we probably shouldn't stray too far from our ship.
A ja tutaj... Questy są do dupy. Popsute. O. A. Nie wiem sobie. Dobra. To i dupie jestem teraz też z sobą. Aha, bo to nie jest takie proste. Cóż. Jeszcze zobaczyć to, ale raczej jest to z...
May fortune smile on
I oczywiście nie da się z nią pogadać. Nie da się. Czy możecie się bujać? Nie da się z nią pogadać. I to mniej więcej właśnie tak wygląda. Sorry, ale no nie da rady, nic z tym nie zrobię. Wiedzę, że to nie jest do głównego wątku potrzebne. To tam walić. Po prostu nie zrobimy tego do końca, bo po co się męczyć. Nie będę tracił czasu na tę misję.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
One nie są do głównego wątku, więc spokojnie. Nie są nam potrzebne. Na kogo jeszcze? Kto to bym to pozbierał, ale nie. Problem z tym robić. Sensu. Dwie misje są wywalone. Tak wszystkiego nie zrobimy, ja wam mówię. Już i tak nam niedużo zostało tych takich misji. Jest trochę i tyle. W tym stanie.
I was hoping you'd show up soon. Is it done? Excellent. I'll let Ilaro know that we can start moving forward with our negotiations. Now, I think it's time to examine a different set of skills. We expect our employees to self-manage when it comes to breaks. I recommend taking a moment whenever you feel that stress may be getting the better of you. Just be mindful of your time. This job requires a clear head. Nice to see I haven't worn you out yet. Your next assignment is to find a security chief and use some creative thinking to obtain their security keycard. And when I say creative, I don't mean with a weapon. Either look the part and be persuasive, or be quick with your hands. We just need some easy access to competitor security. Sometimes obtaining a legitimate form of access is preferred over brute forcing it. A security chief isn't going to give the time of day to just anybody. A nice suit should do the trick. Or, who knows, some operatives are known to have a security guard uniform or two in their closet they can rely on. Just be careful. Getting caught could mean a mess, and cleanup isn't cheap. Good luck. I'm sure you'll be able to get that keycard without incident. Just remember, if anything does happen, it's up to you to bail yourself out. I'm a little busy right now.
Have things for you.
Dobra, no zobaczymy. Bo to nie jest takie te misje co. Wow, jakie to światło jest jasne, ja pierniczę. Ej, tu jeszcze trochę.
Deck.
The clinic welcomes all patients, whether Freestar or UC.
Kurde. Wreszcie.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
You know, I went to chef school.
Warning. This unit is not suited for addressing.
You sure you? No loitering. Now move it. You lost? Because you do not look like you belong here. I got my eye on you. Don't even think about trying.
Co z nim zrobić? Postawić kartę dostępu, trzyma ochrony. W teorii rzekomo miałbym go zabić, ale...
Anything.
Excuse me.
Co?
I am not permitted to perform medical practices without human oversight.
Don't even
A, zadanie to znaczy zajebiście.
think about trying anything.
Kurwa debilem.
No loitering. Now move it.
Jak ja mam to zrobić?
Warning. This unit does not possess advanced surgical capabilities. You appear dehydrated. I suggest the immediate ingestion of a moderate quantity.
Aha, ale nie posiadam takich rzeczy.
I got my eye on you. You sure you belong here?
Dobra, zobaczymy co się wydarzy. Ale to nie jest proste. I ja sobie strzelę.
This is murder! You're on your own.
No nie dało się niestety inaczej tego zrobić.
I'm sure they're sad to see.
Teraz pewnie będą mnie być wszyscy, co? Szła walka.
You'll go.
You again? Great.
That's that.
All right. Out with it. What the hell is the matter with you? You think I'm being unreasonable? You have a lot of nerve saying that to me after what you've done.
Ach, ale zła. A dlaczego? O tamto chodzi, no wiem, morderstwo i tak dalej.
My God. You actually don't know why I'm angry. Ugh. Members of Constellation are held to the highest regard. We are explorers, not murderers. If you intend to continue this behavior, then maybe we shouldn't be traveling together. I'm not sure there's anything you can say at this point. As strange as that sounds, I suppose that's possible. Look, I realize things out here can be rough, so I'm going to let this go. For now. Just try to be more careful in the future. Otherwise, you'll find yourself traveling alone.
Ojej. No, to być mądry i powiedzcie, jak to trzeba... Jak to niby miałbym zrobić, co? Jest za mnie nagroda, no i co w związku z tym? Chyba, że sobie odpuścimy też i... Jak się nie uda, to... Będziemy... Popatrz. I teraz pewnie będzie nagroda, będą mnie atakować. Przeciwnie nie. Staram się zawsze bez zabijania, no ale... Ciekawe, czy ona to zaakceptuje w jakiś sposób. Czy czas mi kończy, zajebiście.
I heard you'd exercised that creative license, only not the way I'd hoped. Got that key card for me? Well, you work here, don't you? So, yeah, you probably would. Oh, I think you know. When it comes to acquiring things, we prefer killing to be a last resort. It's way more cost-effective. But at least you got that keycard, right? Now we're talking. Not bad for a novice. Well, except for your little incident, that'll cost you. Incidents aside, I think you're ready to kick things up a notch, and your timing couldn't be better. You may as well question the entire corporate world at that point. Just think of what we do here as standard business practices. This next assignment requires a bit more discretion for 2 reasons. First, you'll be dealing with high-level executives, and second, you'll be in the Astra Lounge here in Neon. Exactly. And since you seem to be familiar with him, you probably know how much we don't like to upset him. If you haven't already heard the name Benjamin Bayou, you'd better get familiar. The man runs Neon and has ties to anything significant here, including Ryujin. The trade tower is his baby, and the Astra Lounge is the heart and soul. You do anything to scar that and make a scene, I guarantee it'll come back to haunt us. The assignment is pretty easy. Our techs failed to uncover a potential deal between Infinity Ltd and Quantum Synergies. Your job is to make sure that deal fails. Infinity Ltd is one of our aspiring competitors. They have products in several similar fields, ships and neuroamps being the exception. Quantum Synergies specializes in ship operating software. We don't consider them a major competitor since their product line is so narrow. If the two are meeting to work out a contract, that tells us Infinity must be looking to get into the ship business. And we'd like to delay that, if we can. That's what we're hoping for. You'll be speaking with Quantum Synergy's Executive Director Zola Adisa and their financial manager Arthur Cruz. I'll be giving you a dossier on both. I strongly suggest you read them for talking points. I suppose I can give you a brief rundown. We'll start with Zola. Zola is a born and bred executive. It runs in the family, so she's highly accustomed to an upper-class lifestyle. She's a narcissist who's also obsessed with public perception, both of her and Quantum Synergies. She wants to be associated with the latest and greatest, so she's drawn to innovation and quality. Zola may be self-absorbed and superficial, but she's also smart. Her drive to keep both her name and Quantum Synergies in a positive spotlight have led to several innovations in ship OS software. As for her talking points, the key things to remember are: Infinity is the cheap version of Ryujin. They're a follower, not a leader, and they lack any sense of clear vision. Infinity has struggled with leadership and turnover for a long time now. Lucas Drexler is probably the 5th CEO they've had in the past few years. Plus, it's hard to keep good employees when much better corporations who will pay more are out there. Infinity Ltd's strategy to make money is to cut cost on quality. You can compare any one of our products to theirs and see it almost instantly. Low-grade synthetics, flimsy thin materials, high energy usage, they issue at least 1 or 2 recalls a year. They've launched several, but none survive long. Nothing that would be as big as neuroamps or grav drives. That's why they've taken to just following whatever trends companies like Ryujin set. If they can't make money off ingenuity, they can certainly sell someone a cheaper version of a more expensive product they may want. Just remember, you can refer to the dossier at any time as a refresher. Now, on to Arthur Cruz. Arthur is a self-made man, and he prides himself on that. He's a full package, having both an extremely good knack for numbers and knowing how to talk to people. As Quantum Synergy's financial manager, he's all about driving profit with as little risk as possible. He makes decisions based on facts and heavily researched trends. It sounds like the two of you could really hit it off. Arthur's a great talker, but even the best can lose an audience when finance is the topic. Talking points for Arthur are aimed at steering him toward Ryujin over Infinity Ltd. Ryujin's profits are 25.7% higher than Infinity's, even with a superior quality product. Infinity's profits are fabricated. They're one audit away from ruin. We have a history of being financially secure that's never wavered, and we have the legal and marketing teams to handle anything that might threaten that. Quantum Synergies is the top name in ship OS. Their reputation has allowed them to keep the best engineers on their payroll. We can't deny that working with them would be beneficial for us, and Arthur is our best bet in making that happen. Besides, an open collaboration gives us easier access to information we'd otherwise have to find a more clever means of discovering. We keep an extremely close eye on our competition. Thanks to operatives like you, that information is almost always at our disposal. Sounds like you're ready then. I'd still highly recommend reading the dossiers though. Sometimes bullet-pointed statements can stick out in minds easier than conversation. We're looking for optimal results, which won't be achieved by luck alone. Our team has crafted these dossiers based on psychological profiles, observation, and past history. Neglecting them would be highly irresponsible. The Infinity Ltd rep is Nina Hart. I'll also be giving you an altered version of her presentation to swap out with the original. We've changed several figures, just enough to cause sufficient confusion throughout their meeting. If it's not on her person, it will be in the suite she has reserved. Suites are patrolled, so she'll believe it's secure. If you can't manage to get her room key or deal with the door itself, try Boone Morgan, the manager. Boone appreciates credits, if you know what I mean.
Swoich trzymaj. O, to do Pauli, dobra.
We got lucky on that one. Nina was making some last-minute changes to it at her own home and happened to save it to her personal data storage. Of course, we were able to access it, so we fabricated our own with new figures and put it on an Infinity Ltd slate. Assuming she's using an Infinity Ltd slate is a bit of a gamble, but one we're willing to take. Exactly. And that incompetence will be enough for them to further question this deal. Finally, I recommend dressing appropriately, so I've taken the liberty of having a suit made for you. We need absolute discretion on this one. I don't want any SSNN broadcasts about murder in the Astral Lounge. Got it? Business executives aren't going to take advice from just anyone. Show up looking like an Ebbside street rat or mercenary for hire, and you're lucky if they'll even acknowledge you. If you think you can do better, you're welcome to it. I suppose I can even provide you with a small allowance. Just keep in mind, business attire is preferred. Club attire would be second to help blend in. I bet you are. Just remember to keep a low profile. Don't let the Astor Lounge distract you too much.
Dobra. Ledwo idę jeść. Jestem. Janusz, takich cen. Ważne. Powiadomienia ode mnie, okej. To nie, to też nas w sumie na obchody. Nie obchodzi mnie to. Dobra. Co mam zrobić? Teoretycznie copy. No także nie wiem, czy w ogóle to jest w tym. I to jest na tej planecie, tyle że ja zamiast nagrodę cały czas. Czy ona... Nie.
I think I got them. What do you call them?
O nie, znowu wchodzimy do tego kurde miejsca, gdzie teraz musimy konkretnie
This place is insane!
You try Aurora yet? You won't regret it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I help you with something? Conversation it is. You have piqued my interest. Besides, I intend to take full advantage of this business trip. Quantum synergies. I assume you have heard of us. Well, at least you know half of it. Quantum Synergies currently leads the industry in spacecraft OS. The name alone is synonymous with success. That would be Infinity Ltd. Yes. You... Oh. Well... Risky, you say. By all means, enlighten me. Though I find your statement insulting, your assumption is correct. My colleagues have put profit above quality against my advice. But perhaps I should push back more. A surprising conversation, and one I would never expect from someone such as yourself. I suppose the old saying, Never judge a book by its
Wow,
cover.
ale poleciało do przodu.
Appropriate here. It seems I
Plus
have quite a
8,
bit to
boom.
reconsider now. So it looks like the pleasure aspect of my trip needs to be postponed. Thank you for the insight.
Dało się przekonać. Jesteś drugi w kolejności.
Bet you ought to slap a dress code on this place. Keep it classy for appearance's sake. Touché. At least you've got some wit about you. Wait a minute. Please tell me you're not from Infinity Ltd. Ryujin Industries. Now there's a name with some weight to it. And not all of it good, mind you. Only that they don't mind doing a little dirty work to get the job done. A corporation like that is one move away from a PR nightmare. Plus, I'm sure their legal and financial departments are up to their eyeballs in payouts. Hush money, if you know what I mean. Well, I've got to hand it to them. They aren't afraid to take risks, and those risks have paid off in dividends. I'm sure Lucas Drexler at Infinity would give an arm and a leg to learn Ryujin's methods. Of course, I'll be the first to say Drexler owes the majority of their profits to Ryujin as it is. So, sounds like you know a bit about business after all. In that case, I'm curious to know what your thoughts on Infinity Ltd might be. Is that so? Lay it on me, then. Sounds like a bad marriage. And I can only afford one of those. Ouch. Trying to wound me? No one's in the business of losing money. But that statement does make me question a few things. Well, it's been interesting. Just goes to show how wrong first impressions can be. Unfortunately, it sounds like I have some data I need to revisit. So take care. And maybe next time, dress to impress.
A. Szmaciurzu.
You don't need to wear your helmet.
Teraz mam niby zrobić.
get some rest. You're going to
Bra.
nail it tomorrow.
How can I rest when I'm just a pile of nerves? Ugh, it's so frustrating. We should have taken that stress management course when I had the chance. I love and hate business meetings at the Astra Lounge. A trip to Neon on the company's tab? Yes, please. But free drinks when I'm a bundle of nerves? That's easier said than done when you're the one that has to give a little presentation. It's huge. It may as well be my life's work. I've poured so much effort into it. If I can make this happen, we may finally be able to put some real pressure on our competition. You have no idea how tempting that is. It's been way too long since my last vacation.
Haha.
Yeah, I just want to loosen up a bit. Besides, as long as I follow my presentation tomorrow, I should be fine. Thanks for the advice. I'm feeling better already. I just need one or two to take the edge off. Oh, once I can loosen up a bit, I'll feel better.
Whatever happens, I hope this deal goes well. It's my first.
Take it easy.
What's up? Howdy.
Hello. Thanks for the advice. I'm so tired of dealing with all this stress. Good thing drinks are on Infinity's tab. Oh, my presentation has everything I need to know in it, so why?
Ja miałem z nim zrobić, że ona tak ten.
Worry.
You good?
Okay. Hello.
Nie mogę z nią.
I just... Good thing drinks are on Infinity's tab.
Yeah, you're new here, aren't you? Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink, but if you're here for something... Not at the Astral Lounge, my friend.
Dobra, poczekamy.
In fact, this is the only place authorized to sell Aurora by order of Administrator Bayou himself. And once you buy it, you can use it anywhere in the Neon
Możemy trochę, wiesz, opić potem.
except the spaceport, of course. Then what are we waiting for? Let's set you up. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but... Oh, Ben and I are good friends. He personally gave me the job here at the
Dobra,
Astral Lounge.
lecimy.
Oh, he's a good man. Cares a lot about the citizens of Neon, making sure they're all employed and well taken care of. A real humanitarian. Pretty amazing, isn't it? That's Borealis, only 19 years old, and yet she produces some of the most heart-pounding, trippiest electronic music you've ever heard. I don't know where she gets her inspiration, but I'm betting all that free Aurora she gets has something to do with it. Sure. Could I tempt you with some Aurora, perhaps? That depends on... Of course. Got plenty here to choose from. Excellent choice. The Sky Suite offers luxury and sophistication you won't find anywhere else.
Można apartamenty też kupić.
And since you'll be living in the same tower as the Astral Lounge, all of its pleasures and pageantry are only an elevator away.
O kurwa.
Of course. The Sky Suite features an open design with an emphasis on luxury. Whether you prefer the morning sky or a neon sunrise, high ceilings and wall-sized windows will give you a full view of the city's splendor. How unfortunate, but I will be here should you change your mind. Enjoy the lounge.
Moment.
Welcome to the Astral Lounge. Of course. And what name is the suite under? One of our most respected patrons. In that case, I'm willing to issue a replacement for a modest fee. Perhaps it depends on your definition of what's reasonable in this situation. This is what you... Maybe we can still work something out. I hear you. I suppose I can reduce the fee for a replacement key, since this is your first time. Of course. Here's your key, and I hope you continue to enjoy your stay at the Astral Lounge.
Można było. Serio?
Quit staring.
Takie proste. Gadania.
Hey, keep your nose clean.
Że moje perswazje się wydały.
Some good news for me. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? Don't worry. We have people specifically focused on success probability. According to their reports, the combination of talking points plus the distribution that would be caused by the altered presentation gives us a 92.7% chance of success. Overall, not bad for your first high-profile assignment. You even earned yourself a bonus, which Lyndon was more than happy to give. Only as common as the flawless assignments you pull off. No one wants to clean up a mess. It takes a toll on several departments, which is why we like to promote a clean assignment. Don't tell me you forgot already. Our financial guru? They're brilliant with numbers. Also, if you ever want an honest opinion about anything, just ask them. They're honest to a fault, and often give their opinion on something whether you want it or not. It's well deserved. Just keep making me look good and there'll be more where that came from. But no rest for the weary at Ryujin. We've got a decent backlog of assignments, and they just keep coming, so I hope you're still good to go. At least this next one will be a break from all the chatter. Your next assignment is to remind the competitor of their place in the corporate food chain. Some call it retaliation, but we like to think of it as tough love. Let's just say we don't tolerate theft or smear campaigns against us. If you want to steal in this industry, you better not get caught. And if you want to tarnish our good name, you better be ready for repercussions. Not quite. When you uploaded that virus onto KeltCorp's network, that was a warning intended to slow down their internal productivity. KeltCorp suffered the effects of that silently, although I guarantee they endured some serious client complaints. This assignment is about making our target look completely negligent in the public eye. Most corporations live and die by public perception. Trusted products lead to a good reputation, which leads to profits. And, like it or not, we're all here for the profits. Your assignment is to plant an ARC device. The ARC will allow us to frame our competitor for gross negligence and tank the public's perception. You can call it what you like, but most importantly, it's your next assignment. ARC stands for Assault, Reprogram, Corrupt. We think of it as a multi-tool of sorts. The ARC locates hard wiring and manipulates the information current being sent back and forth. Depending on the situation, it's designed to do all sorts of things, but inevitably, they all result in malfunction. Hello? Hey, are we...
Dobra, jestem.
Or what? You're not wrong. Believe me, we don't take these assignments lightly. They're also one of few that Masako herself needs to sign off on, and only our most trusted operatives receive them. You just need to plant the arc and avoid detection. Our technicians will handle the rest, and they're instructed to avoid as much harm as possible.
Dobra. A, jeszcze level, tak. Teraz jest pytanie, czy ja mogę, czy nie mogę. Mam full. Brzmiałem. Anderge, Gastro, perswazja, o. O kurde. Podnieść też perswazji 3. To Sara. Także ona się obraziła. Będę musiał to załatwić na statku z nią. Żona, co? Cały czas. Lecieć teraz. O! Dziś mnie nie będzie, jak coś nie się dobrze czuję. Dobra, spoko. Paula, zobaczymy, czy będzie jak podkłada ten monitor, bo widziałem filmiki przed chwilą. Dobra, spoko. Spoko, patrosik. Ona się na mnie obraziła, czy co? Ta laska, gdzie ona jest? Czemu ona ze mną chodzi? Już to jak chodzi. Wejdzie sobie po schodach, po drabinie. Spoko, patrosik. No. I tam może będzie jak poskłada ten monitor, bo widzę, że widzicie, nie wiem czy ona.
The two of us make quite the pair, eh? find you.
A, no i teraz. Teraz ona się na to zgodzi. O, dobra.
Fire up your hand scanner. I bet
No,
you'll
a ja
find
mówię.
plenty here to catalog.
No, jest. Ty, co jest? Ej, co się stało? Ty, gra mi się zepsuła. Hello? Ty. Gra z wiechem ma. Czekajcie. Inaczej. Jest nie tak. Muszę wczytać. Coś się skopała. Gra. Tak jakby mnie postać w ogóle dziwne. No i mówię, kolejne HDMI do kolekcji. Dobra. Jestem na tym statku swoim, ale bez niej. Jeszcze. Widziałem jeszcze raz.
What's happening, darling? Well, hello, sunshine. I'm more than ready. Let's go.
No, to laska. Ja myślę.
Plenty of organic materials to harvest from this world.
O, teraz. Zbagowała się. No później lub do jutra ja lecę coś obejrzeć. Spoko, Patrosik, trzymaj się. Mam nadzieję, że Paula przyjdzie dzisiaj. Nie chcę się zejść ten. Za co? Ile? Moment, a co ja miałem kurwa takiego? Co ja miałem takiego? Chyba, że się... No spoko, ej. A co ja miałem takiego? Czemu oni mnie o kradzież tu posądzają? Co ja zrobiłem? Ona jest ze mną, ale ja muszę zobaczyć. Kradzione przedmioty, o co im chodzi? Ja mam kradzione. Co ja niby mam takiego? Ile ja mam grzywny? Może tak. Chyba, że im o to chodzi. Czekajcie. Że nie mam pojęcia o co im chodzi. Czego oni mnie chcą aresztować?
You work hard, and you can make a good living here. Hold it, right there. You're under arrest.
A co oni?
Good. We don't need any more trouble today.
To co oni chcą ode mnie? Jakieś... A z czego będą siniaki? Tak wygląda moja cela, ona tu też jest.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Dobra, mam to gdzieś. Idę. Dalej.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
Things for you.
Moment, a co oni mi zapieprzyli? Nic, bo bronię mam. Chwila, tą kasę wzięli. Też nie. Kredyty. 572 000 kredytów. Pobijałem. Aha. Dobra, już wiem o co chodzi. To wszystko dobra. Tego nie doczytałem, sorry. Już wiem wszystko. Teraz? Dostać według was. Dawać mi tutaj. O kurde. Mam. Ej. I to jest statek kosmiczny? Dobra, nie wiem. Co oni mnie skasowali, bo ja nawet dobrze nie mam zielonego. Koleścią chodziło z tą konfiskatą teraz.
You have a moment? off-worlders. Nothing ever.
Just keep it holstered.
Fajnie, że to jest chyba. To gdzieś mi pokazuje. Gdzieś indziej. Totalnie.
While we're here, you might want to stay away from the edge of the upper platform. It's a long way down.
What are you looking at?
Dobra. To my to podłożymy.
Oh, I can't imagine being forced to spend my days doing menial work in an office like
Hey
this,
there.
instead
Got an
of
update for
exploring
me?
stars on the bridge of a spacecraft.
Now I get to let the in-office team know that the ball is in their court. Depending on their instructions, they can use the remote access to do anything from equipment failure to massive explosions. In the case of servers, it could be gross information leaks, a
Połowę
hardware failure,
20.
basically whatever might hurt their public perception the most. Good work. Now I can let Masako know how much she'll enjoy watching the news tonight. Now, on to the next, right? Oh, but before I forget, the results of your Astral Lounge escapades are in. I'm happy to say that the deal was officially called off. I heard the icing on the cake was Nina Hart showing up, looking like hell. That hangover you induced really did a number on her, and had her too unfocused to tell the Quantum Synergies reps what they wanted to hear. Masako was pretty happy about the results, so she arranged for a small bonus through Linden. It won't buy you a new ship, but it's something. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Several other parties will be involved in that deal on a more legitimate level. And believe me, bonuses like this for operatives are few and far between. My sources tell me it was a train wreck. Once her numbers didn't match up, Arthur was all over her with questions. It didn't take long for her to break composure, and that's when she lost Zola. So you could say that presentation went perfectly, as far as we're concerned. Hence the bonus. You earned it. So, back to business. In order to stay on top of the market, we have to know what our competition is doing. The next assignment requires a more brute force approach, since the chances of them sharing that information is unlikely.
Ojej, ale ty masz tu.
Oh, we definitely are. But why stay one step ahead when you can just leave the competition in the dust? We reverse engineer their plans, create a superior product, and beat them to market. We make the initial profit with less investment in R&D, and our competition is forced to reevaluate if their product is even viable. Correction. You are going to steal from them. Don't forget, if you get caught, Ryujin will deny all knowledge. Call it what you want. but it's your job nonetheless. Your target is a prototype schematic for a new engine that Trident Luxury Lines is working on. According to the rumors, it's projected to be 17% more efficient than any engine on the market. The current schematic was sent to their star yard to begin prototyping, so they could be in the office area or the factory floor. The star yard is a mix of sales floor and manufacturing. If you're looking to blend in, you've definitely got options. It's not too far, in Aquila's orbit, so hopefully your ship's ready. You'll find the Trident Luxury Line star yard orbiting Aquila in the Cheyenne system. Remember, same rules apply. Don't get caught, and don't make a mess. Imagine a new core on a tight ship.
Pick.
Picked up something you might be interested in.
Patrz. Stąd to chyba nawet nas. I to musimy stąd się zwinąć. Konkretna planeta to jest Futura. Raczej statek. Ale to zrobiłem źle trochę.
From what I'm seeing, this world has all the essential building blocks to support life.
Źle zrobiłem. To nie o to chodziło. Wszelkie. No i zaczyna mi się to nie podobać. Właśnie.
That was a pleasant change of scenery. I'm not certain why we're visiting this star yard. It's doubtful any of us have the credits to afford these overpriced vessels.
Everything okay?
Na wypadek, gdyby ktoś coś chciał. Tam wejść. Mamy tak, raz, dwa, trzy, cztery. Po dwa robimy.
Stupid! Stop right now!
Kradzież! Ich tu okraść bez...
Just making sure everyone feels safe.
The galaxy must see my latest masterpiece.
Take it easy.
This is where the magic happens.
Przeczekać.
Deadlines, deadlines, deadlines.
Jest godzina. Wolnie piąta. Była. Czekaj. Gdzie jest tutaj?
Yes, it's a singular honor to meet me, I'm sure. What are you doing here? Philippe didn't say I should be expecting someone. This is the very... A lock shouldn't be necessary to keep you out of here. Well, I suppose since you're here, enjoy being... It's here. Yes, goodbye. After winning the second Grand Nova Award for Excellence, the whole ceremony seems a trifle long-winded.
Kurde. Widzę, serio? Robię, żeby oni tego nie zauważyli. Tak jestem. A jak nie, no to...
Trident has been defining elegance for
To cały czas
generations,
jest.
and I want it to reach new heights.
Maybe if I save up for 1,000,000 years, I'll be able to afford a Trident.
You definitely know your way around a lock.
Czy ona będzie miała do tego pretensje, no ale nie.
Hold it right there. You're in all kinds of trouble. I guess you're smarter than you look.
W ten sposób to jeszcze masz.
I have things for you.
Czasem trzeba kraść. Przynajmniej nie zabiję. Że kradzione zostaną.
Just the person I wanted to see. You got that schematic? We'll have our research and development team take a look. If there's anything notable, we'll reverse engineer it, then recreate it with our own spin. And believe me, by the time our engineers are through, Trident won't even recognize it. Good work. R&D's been looking forward to this one. I need to deliver this to Vina so she can start the reverse engineering process, but first, Ularu wants to see you. I've upgraded your security level so you can access the executive floor, where her office is. Tell her assistant Maeve you have an appointment. I won't be far behind, in case you get lost.
Okay. A nie. To jest na tej planecie, na tej planecie. Idziemy wyżej.
That is an absolutely gorgeous statue. The craftsmanship, it's unparalleled. I wonder if it was hand-carved.
The Eugen CEO is no joke.
Ale to jest idiota. Czy to są schody? A ja ślepy.
Can I help you? Name an appointment. Confirmed. Ularu is wrapping up a meeting with Genevieve. You can wait here or in the lobby area. I'll let you know when she's ready to see you. I see Imogene Salso is supposed to be with you.
I'm right here, Maeve.
Good. It should just be a moment. Well, sooner than I thought. Looks like Ularu's ready now.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
You know, if they aren't willing, that leaves us with only one option.
God, Ularu. Is that always your response? I don't want another PR mess on my hands.
Yes, Viv, because you're too good at your job. No, we can talk details later. My next appointment's here.
Fine, but you can break this news to Alexis at our next meeting.
Good, you're finally here. The one I've been hearing so much about. I'm Ularu Chen, head of operations here at Ryujin. So tell me, what do you think of your new job so far? Simply put, our goal is to ensure the success of this company and keep things running smoothly. We supply our various departments with whatever resources they need in order to meet expectations to achieve this. It's much easier said than done, believe me. In that case, it sounds like our initial impression of you is turning out to be quite accurate. Now, my dear Jeannie here says you've been through the basics of what we do and pulled off success every time.
5 successful standard assignments and 1 specialized.
Oh, a few incidents here and there, but nothing we can't handle, right? I happen to have a personal assignment that I'd like to send you on. One that involves meeting up with an outside contact. Jeannie seems to think you're more than capable of handling it.
He's the best operative I've ever hired.
Let's not forget the only operative you've ever hired. Meeting with outside contacts isn't always as straightforward as your past assignments. Some can be fickle or demanding, so you'll need to decide how to handle them and what decisions to make on the fly. I'd use the word trust loosely. We maintain a relationship of sorts. Those who come through get paid, and those who don't, well, they won't live to regret it. Good, because if not, I can't imagine we have much use for you here at Ryujin. Your contact is Simon Rychek. He claims to have information on a new project that Infinity Ltd is working on. He said it's a game changer that Ryujin would be especially interested in, so his asking price is the big thing to consider. Finance will reimburse up to 1,000 credits, so if you have negotiation skills, use them. Simon's been working with us for years, so he'll pose no threat to you. He's paranoid, which is why I assume he's never been caught. But his information is typically worth it. Now, in order to confirm your identity, Simon prefers code phrases. I'll let Jeannie give you the details on this one because the concept is just beneath me.
Simon is into sports, so he enjoys any opportunity to talk about them. At some point, he'll casually say, "Looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year." You get to respond with, "Razor Derby is the only real sport." Got it?
Oh my god, you corporate types never cease to amuse me. Now I feel like I'm trapped in some kind of spy thriller B-movie.
According to Simon Rychek, it's the only real sport in the galaxy. But if you want a lesson in sports, just ask him. Movies are more my thing when it comes to entertainment. They're a batball team that sucks. They have about as much chance of winning the Universal Championship as Aurora does of going legal outside of Neon. Simon despises batball though, which is why he crafted that response you give in return. You'll find him in Sidonia, so I hope your ship's fueled. Just look for him above the Lux condos in the plaza.
You spoke very highly of this one, Jeannie. Let's hope he doesn't make a liar out of you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to take care of.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Don't wander into any restricted areas. Don't cause any trouble.
Got my eye on you.
I've been waiting here for ages.
My career will be over.
This deal could be huge for my company.
They know how.
Have something for you when you have a moment.
Czy to jest na tej? Panie na tej. Ale cię odrazu. Marsa?
Unless we're picking up parts at Deimos or
dawno nie
digging for
było.
minerals, I hope you have a good reason for
Jak
landing here.
statki. To nie było na marcie.
I'll sing for you. Keep a lookout. Notify us.
Just a heads up.
You lost? Or just come to ask an out-of-work miner how his day's going? Only good thing worth talking about these days is sports. Speaking of, looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year. Not a sports fan, huh? Why don't you take a hike? Get lost, kid. Looks like the Galactic Raid. You're damn right it is. I heard they were sending someone new. Nice to see you made it. I have information on a deal being proposed between Infinity Ltd and Deimos Stockyards. It's my belief that your employers would be highly interested in the details. So I'm upping my price. It's steep, yes, but that is why I'm also offering a little side job if you can't pay up.
Oh, that's a bit of a steep price for the information. I think you're overreaching.
They sure not. How to pick 'em. Are you ready to pay up? For this little tidbit? Believe me, I know exactly what this is worth. Not sure that... Ha! That depends on just how good your negotiation skills are. All right, I'll lower the price, but that's my final offer. Unless you may prefer the side job now? You're going to like it. As you may guess, being an informant is not without its risks. I've heard there's a merc in Saturn's orbit who'd like to cross my name off her list. Milai Liskova. If you take her out and bring me her gun as proof, I'll consider my fee to be waived. Liskova has a sentimental attachment to that gun. Even named it Ember. She'd never just hand it over. It saved her life once or twice. Seems whenever it falls into enemy hands, it has a tendency to backfire or jam. On top of that, she's superstitious, which makes the gun all the more precious to her. She's a freelance mercenary, used to work for Inception Technologies. But she likes her independence, so she went into business for herself. She specializes in killing for the right price. So before you get any second thoughts, you should think of it as doing the settled systems a favor.
Now wait a moment. I don't believe murdering bounty hunters was included with the corporate job description.
You're doing me a tremendous favor. Just know she won't go down easily, so be prepared. Malai's ship is called the Datura, and like I said, you can find her in orbit around Saturn. Just remember to bring the gun back as proof.
A nightmare of almost biblical force.
Recharge. Dalej. Quest. Did. Zobaczymy, czy to w ogóle tu. Nie to. Damy stąd. Koniecznie. Powiedzmy sobie szczerze, że jest to na tym układzie, ale części sprawdzimy.
Good to be back on board.
Musimy tak wystartować, inaczej się nie da. Jest podróż.
That's bad enough. State your business or I... That's more like it. So, tell me what you're doing here. I'll decide whether or not to strip you for salvage. I'm looking for a lot of people, and none of them are any business of yours. Oh yeah? From what? You're the only thing around here that looks like a threat to me. So, give me one good reason why I shouldn't feed you to the void. If you think I'm answering any questions, think again. Simon will never stop. The man will hold a grudge until his dying breath. What are you, a therapist? It's none of your business. I admit, it'd be nice to be able to relax a bit. Perhaps, but just how do you propose we manage that? Because I intend on staying very much alive. I have my ways. Is that part of your plan? As much as I love the thought of you playing Simon, I hardly... On second thought, you're onto something. Alright. You can have Ember. But you'll have to come aboard to get her. You have my word, you won't be harmed. For whatever that's worth.
Just give the word and we'll get underway.
I'm impressed. Simon managed to find someone with guts to come after me. I suppose it shouldn't surprise me that he wants Ember as proof of this. He knows I'd never part with her. We were a thing for a while, until the coward sold me out. I'm sure he regrets it, considering I survived the attempt on my life. And now, I live to blackmail him and make his life a living hell. So if Simon told you I wanted him dead, it's a lie. I want him very much alive. And suffering. The first time Ember and I met, she was pointed right at me. And then backfired on the gloating bastard who thought he'd won. She saved my life more times than I care to remember. In my line of work, we're always in and out of the fire, if you know what I mean. I don't think so. You really think I'd let you just waltz onto my ship and I'd hand her over? If you knew anything about me, you'd know honesty isn't my strong suit. The only truth here is that I've intended to kill you since the moment you set foot on my ship.
Your ship, of course. I'd hate to risk damaging something I could easily sell. Plus, this way I can simply climb aboard to see if there's anything of value, rather than have to sift through debris. Any access cards I need, I can just take off your dead body. I'm pretty sure I've already made up my mind. Oh. Not sure you can... As much as I love her... you're right. Perhaps I've acted a little too hasty. Okay. Fine. You've compelled me to hold up my end of the deal after all. You get Amber, I'll disappear. Besides, I like to think of this as just a temporary arrangement. She's always found her way back to me before. Why should this time be any different? I already gave you Amber, and the truth is, you don't. Something you may want to keep in mind next time you make a deal with a total stranger. Oh, don't worry. I see this as some well-needed, dare I say, deserved time off. I'm looking forward to the fresh start. I guess Simon chose wisely, for once. Now get off my ship. I've got an identity to arrange and a vacation to plan.
Lecieć. Serio. Pisał ten statek od niej. Ja nie chcę jej statku dać spokój.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Raczej ten jest większy. Jakby w ogóle statkiem jej go przyleciał, to... Będziesz się tak da zrobić.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Ale teoretycznie nie powinno się dać.
Something for you when you have a moment. Do your part to keep civilians.
To...
Careful near the railings on the upper levels.
Look who survived the devil herself. Well, either that or you decided to pay up. Well, with an attitude like that, I take it the job's done. So, that lying she-devil finally got what's coming to her. I've been looking over my shoulder for the past 5 years now, just wondering when she'd show up to put a bullet in my chest. I haven't given it much thought. The truth is, I never thought I'd see it. The only thing I know for sure is that I'm sure as hell not going to use it. Just allow an old man a moment. It's strange. I always imagined I'd be happy knowing she's gone. Perhaps I've been running so long now that it will just take time for the relief to set in. You know, why don't you keep that gun of hers? I think it's time I left the past behind. Glad someone's feeling a real benefit here. Now back to business matters. The information I have is on a deal for something called Project Dominion. I'm giving you 2 slates. They contain surveillance and interaction data for Stanley McMillan, the Infinity rep, that I obtained myself. I'm also giving you a 3rd slate because you're going to need to download the files on Project Dominion off his computer yourself. Best guess is it has something to do with Infinity getting into the neuroamp business. Stanley McMillan seemed to think Ryujin would be the one company threatened by this news, so their entry must involve something big. Getting information is what you people do. I'm just a lowly, yet very well paid informant, here to point you in the right direction. Nice doing business with you.
What the hell are you doing in this dump of a city anyway? You draw the short stick at work or what?
Infinity sent me to get Deimos to bite on a deal. He's even got a catchy code name. Project Dominion.
Sounds like world domination to me, buddy. I'd buy into that in a heartbeat.
Right? I'm telling you, this Project Dominion is the real deal. We ought to be selling this to definitely gonna put Infinity first. We'll beat Ryujin at their own game.
The rest of the job should be a cakewalk for some.
Dozens of Vanguard pilots who are now full UT citizens attended the ceremony.
Kurde.
Never could get the hang of hacking. I prefer a more direct approach myself.
In order to avoid injury, please report any spills or unsafe conditions on the upper levels to the Sidonia Department of Public Works.
Come on.
I have things for you.
Ranger?
They know how to make a client feel well.
Lecimy do góry.
Well, that took longer than expected. I hope whatever information Simon had was worth it. Good. Now let's see what Simon thinks is so important. Give me a moment to run a decryption. Let's see. Got the key, deciphering, and done. Well, well, well. Looks like our friend Simon wasn't joking. This is a sales initiative for Project Dominion. It's not an Infinity Ltd design. It's one of ours. They didn't even bother to scrub the name, meaning someone never thought they'd get caught. Come with me. Masako needs to hear about this.
Don't cause any trouble.
Hey,
Ularu? What is this about? Who is this?
This is our latest junior operative. I sent him on an assignment to rendezvous with an informant. But here's the real news. Infinity Ltd has gotten their hands on Project Dominion.
Impossible.
Not only that, they're trying to sell it under their own name.
Of course they are.
To zajęło.
We need fines to investigate this immediately. Since you found this information, I am trusting you to help investigate. You see, Project Dominion is confidential. It requires a high security clearance to even know it exists. If Infinity Ltd has obtained any information on it, that means we have a very well-connected mole within our corporation. I suppose, since we're trusting you in this investigation, I can give you some details. Project Dominion is our latest advancement in neuroamp technology. Our current neuroamps are all external devices, but Project Dominion would be the first surgically implanted internal neuroamp on the market. The project itself was nearing completion, which is why exposing the mole is of utmost importance. We can't allow any more research to fall into their hands. Because you exposed this information, I have little reason to suspect you. That won't mean you'll be exempt from investigation, of course.
My goodness, Ryujin has a mole problem. Huh. And here I thought your screening process would weed those individuals out. Such a shame.
Exactly. I want you to go see Dalton Fines, our chief security officer. I'll send him the details. You've brought an enormous security violation to our attention, so I trust your help in any way possible. And thank you. Some operatives may have seized this as an opportunity for extortion. It's good to know your loyalty lies with us.
Mamy dużo zadań. Dobrze. Kończy się to zacznijmy robić, kurczę, kolejne te budowy frakcyjne, tylko to, nie? Dobra.
Don't screw this up. I've fired people for that.
Dobrze. Na razie skończymy. Wystarczy tego grania na dzisiaj. Trzymajcie.